everyone, welcome to Accur8vision tutorial videos. Today we are going to learn about how to add virtual LiDAR into the system. The virtual layer is actually very interesting because it helps you place everything in the virtual environment before putting it in the real environment. This way you can make sure you have everything set up and ready to go before you place everything in the real environment. So it's super cool. Take a look inside our VW Crafter here and we will show you exactly how to add virtual LiDAR into the system. To add virtual LiDAR into Accur8vision, you will want to click on Settings, Hardware Tree, Lidars, and the Add button. Under the drop-down menu on Type, you will choose Virtual. You will then be able to choose between many different types of LiDAR under Model. Click the drop-down menu where you will find Hesai, Leica, Ouster, and Velodyne. The first LiDAR we will add will be the Hesai Pandar 64. You will need to give the LiDAR a unique ID name and number. When you are finished, click Apply and you will see the LiDAR show up on the list under the LiDAR icon. We will now add a Leica BLK 24/7, Ouster OSO 32, and a Velodyne puck. While we are doing this, I would like to point out that the LiDAR section is very informative. I would also like to direct your attention to the middle of the screen, to the LiDAR ranges where you will find the manufacturer range and the range from our Accur8vision shooting range. In our system, we want to have 2 to 3 layers of LiDAR hits on the body. This is why we sometimes have a shorter range than the manufacturer range. As you can see under the Velodyne LiDAR puck, the max range from the manufacturer is 100 meters. Our 2 to 3 layer range is 51 meters and 22 meters. If we go back and click on the Hesai Pandar 64, we will find the information from the manufacturer, a picture of the LiDAR, company logo, beam distribution, and the maximum range from the manufacturer and our shooting range. Once you have finished adding in the virtual LiDARs, you will then click Exit Settings and OK, which will reload the changes that you have made to the system. Back on the main screen, you will click on Settings again, Editor, +sign, LiDAR, and click OK. You will return to the main screen from the top view. Click on the screen where you would like to place the LiDAR. The LiDAR will be placed at ground level. If you lose sight of the arrows, you only need to click the LiDAR for them to come back. Under LiDAR properties, you will find the name, description, and XYZ position on the map. When you move the arrows, these positions change. The Y position, which is elevation, is the most helpful position. In this example, you can see that the Y position is at 56.2. If you have a LiDAR that is already placed somewhere and you know it is at 3 meters from the ground, you will only need to add the 3 meters to the ground position, 56, making it 59. The effective range is the range that you want the LiDAR to reach. If you want, you can change the view of the screen to the top view. To see the LiDAR's limit, click on the top layer's icon. Click on LiDAR Limit. When working in the virtual layer, please make sure that the virtual button under Layers has a check mark by it. This means that it is working. The green area is the area the LiDAR can see. Here you can change the LiDAR view limit also. To do this, you will click the box View Limit number 1. You will then use the rotation dials to rotate where the LiDAR limit is. The green area is now where the LiDAR views will be. You can again use the rotation dials to rotate where the LiDAR limit is that best fits your needs. Click back on the No View Limit to return back to the full use of the LiDAR. When you are satisfied, go back to the Layers icon and click off the LiDAR limit. You can use the dials under LiDAR rotation to change the angles of the LiDAR. Here is where you will add the clustering scale, which will be explained in a different tutorial, and here is where you can set the percentage of loss rates to activate an alarm for sabotage purposes. Once you are finished with the Lidar, you will click Apply and click anywhere in the map to exit the Lidar settings screen. Next, you will go back to the Layers icon and click on Snapshot. As you can see, purple dots that represent Lidar points will appear. This can be very helpful with installation. It allows you to place the Lidar in the best spot. If you would like to change anything, click back on the Lidar so that the arrows and settings page is back. You can then again change the Lidar to what you think would be a better position. Click Apply. Click anywhere on the main screen. And just so you know, you can change the settings as many times as you need, but don't forget to click Apply after every change. When your Lidar is in the best location, you can test it with a virtual intruder. You can use the directions on the right-hand bottom screen to control the virtual intruder. Click X to teleport the virtual intruder to the current position. Use F, G, H, and T to move the intruder around. You can also use J, K, L to crouch down, do the military crawl, or to run. You can use C for the camera focus on the intruder. Okay, you're all set, and now on to the next tutorial video.